Tuesday the 9th of May, and we're ready to get cracking with another week after another long weekend in the UK due to King Charles III's coronation. And we had a nice little coronation party ourselves over the weekend, and I hope you all in the UK at least did something with family, etc., and enjoyed the weekend. But let's have a look at what we have got for this morning. So we've got 25 orders to ship on Bricklink for £390. Just over 5,000 items in 471 lots. So quite a bit of picking to do. And then on Brickowl, it's been a much quieter affair on Brickowl. And, you know, this always amazes us all, I think, the differential between Brickowl and Bricklink. And, you know, some weeks Brickowl wins, some weeks Bricklink wins. And the difference is quite staggering. What did I say? 25 on Bricklink and only 8 on Brickowl. So not a great deal on here. Relatively modest orders as well, for a total of 95 items in 42 lots. On eBay, we've got 7 orders to pick, and let's take a look at the first batch, because I've been up and picking, because obviously there's quite a bit of picking to do today. So let's start, as always, with the smaller orders, and particularly eBay stuff. So we've got a Groot going out on eBay. I think that's the last one of those for me. We've got a Star-Lord. We've got a Nexonites Robin set going out. We've got Rocket Raccoon. 2 more Star-Lords going out. And then we've got the Daily Bugle manual, which sold for about $12.99, I think. And then a range of orders going out here. A little order going out to China there. Again, modest orders. This one over here was a lesson for me, and possibly a lesson for others as well. This one was showing as not being paid on Bricklink, and I actually set it as a non-paying buyer, and then the buyer reached out to me and said, look, I have paid. And when I checked PayPal, they had indeed paid, and for whatever reason it hadn't been marked as paid in Bricklink, and I had to apologize. And just something, you know, before you ever mark any NPBs, then I would suggest that you check your PayPal and just make sure that it hasn't actually been paid. More parts orders here. Got a bunch of minifig parts going out here, including the Pong Krell minifig that I showed recently. Again, more minifig parts, and a couple more over here. And the largest one I've done this morning is this one, which was 35 lots, but you know, quite a few items in there to get sent off. So that's the first batch. Going to get these all packed away and get cracking with the next lot. Right, we've got the second batch all picked, or at least most of them. I've still got a few orders to pick, actually, so we'll just take a quick scoot over them. Nothing much to comment on, really. Always a mix of parts and minifig bits and pieces. This was the highest lot count for today, which was about 97 lots. Still got a few more in the 60 or so region to pick as well. Nice order of all sorts of heads, hair pieces, torsos, etc. And then we've got another order here, which was about 67 lots. And I'm short of a few of these, so I really need to have a look for some more of those in my bulk bin, and then we'll get that packed up as well. So still got a few more to do after that. So yeah, it's a really busy day. and I'm probably not going to get them all ready for the post office today. So that's because there's a few coming through today as well. And that's the trouble with a 3-day weekend. They build up, and even though I did a few hours last night, it's really hard to get everything done. Well, we've got more orders in. Now all of these have pretty much, most of them at least, have come in today. This one didn't manage to get it out in time, and I've contacted the buyer and told them I'd get out tomorrow, and they'd paid for second class post, and I'm going to upgrade the postage because I feel guilty that I didn't get it out in time. So the others are various parts. We've got a Hades Disney figure going out. Got a whole bunch of torsos and a bell bottom here. I had a guy contacted me last week saying that all of the bell bottoms that he'd seen, the printing was off on the legs and the torso, so they didn't line up. So he asked for a photo, and I sent him one, and he subsequently bought that. Waiting for someone to come back about an instruction book that I just can't find. It's one of the really sort of old basic sort of creator type instruction book, and I've got a feeling I threw them all out and I didn't update my inventory. So it's, you know, one of the flaws of managing your inventory can be a bit of a nightmare. And a couple more orders there. It's been such a tough day, to be honest with you. I've literally been picking all day, done nothing else. I have passed off some sets to be parted out, and we had a little bit of a cock up there because I thought that there were 8 sets of the 007 James Bond car, and it ended up somehow one of these had got mixed up into it, and they actually started parting it out with the others and had to backtrack a little bit. And it's probably a bit of a shame that we opened this, but we'll part it out anyway, so they're not to worry. But we had a little bit of a kerfuffle with that, and I'm gonna probably call that it for today. So tomorrow we'll get back to adding some parts from the minifigures probably, or get some of the bulk done. I could do with getting to the container, to be honest, but I'm just so sick of all of these other containers sat around me. I need to get them sorted. So more of the same. Sorry if it's a little bit repetitive and a little bit boring. You know, pulling orders, showing you the orders, working through the same tubs, but it has to be done. And it just shows the time it takes to work through all of this this backlog. You know, it's one thing having a container full and going back and grabbing another fresh tub to look through, but I really need to move through some of this other stuff that's you know, sat here. I mean, you know, I need to list heads, for instance. I mean, that's just one of the bags of heads that I've got laid around. There's a few more to add to the pile there, and I really need to get them sorted and get them added because there's some money in all of this laid around here. So anyway, onwards and upwards tomorrow. It's Wednesday the 10th of May, and we just got a few more orders in to add to yesterday's orders that we didn't get posted. A couple of friends minifigs going out on eBay. These are the orders that you saw last night, I think. And then we've got 4 more here, basically parts orders, but we've got an order that's taken some of the parts from the Republic gunship, and we just need to get these packed up now and ready to post off, and then we're going to get to adding some parts to the store. So I'm working on torsos again. Already got some listed in my brick store file. Nothing super expensive or anything like that. We may come across the odd one that's got a bit of value, we'll see. But it's really twofold. One is to empty some of the tubs, etc., that I've got behind me, so trying to reduce or compress some of this. But also they just sell really well. So I've been selling quite a few of those over recent days, and what you'll find is that when people come to pick up a torso or two, then they're picking up other things along the way, so it really helps to increase the sales of other parts as well. Now, the negative of this is that it's a bit of a slow process. It is also not adding items back in, so it may take a bit of a hit on the store in that way, because I'm not adding bulk parts at the moment. But I've got a little part out this afternoon coming to me that I'll get listed as well, hopefully today, which will help with that item count. So I'm going to spend an hour or two doing this, and we'll see what we can get out of the pile. So I've done a first batch of torsos, and I'm going to take a break for lunch in a second. Managed to get about £100 worth over an hour or so's listing, and funnily enough, the best one that I ended up with was this one, which is this torso here. Oops, nearly dropped it. Which is from Kit Fisto, which is a Star Wars minifig, and that one, haven't checked the prices, maybe I'll do that now, but the average is coming up at $5.70 something. So let's just take a quick look on Bricklink, and it sold for as much as £19 at one point, but the average seems to be about £6. Let's just have a look in the UK. Not a single one for sale in the UK, so that's going to probably bump the price up a bit. And the maximum price in the UK has been around the £7 mark. So bearing in mind that there are none available, that's probably going to be somewhere near where I list that. Just back from lunch for 3 more orders, and first one up's a bunch of Star Wars parts and minifigs, and a couple more Star Wars torsos and some antenna going out there, and then some vehicle mudguards. So nothing super huge, but grateful for them anyway. And next up for me is going to be this part out. This is 7 of the James Bond set with the Speed Champions type car and the James Bond minifigure. So I'm going to get those put away next, which will be good to build up stock again on some of these grey parts, and then we'll look for something else to do. So I've just finished uploading the James Bond set, which was 2,165 parts in 107 lots, and about 30 of those lots were new, and it was a value of £261. Now, if I have a look, that's keeping me just over the 700,000 mark, and I've dropped back below the 13,000 lots, so I'm at 12,824. That was after the weekend, so we'll try and get that back up over the next few days. Now I do as well have, how many do I have here? I've got, got another 135 lots to upload as well, and most of these are new. Those are the torsos that I was adding earlier this morning, but I'm probably going to have another hour at that now that I've finished the James Bond stuff as well. So we'll see where we are at the end of the day. It's a fairly quiet start to Thursday with just 5 orders. Usually the case on a Thursday. I find that they always seem to be one of the quieter days. Nothing really substantial to comment on. Just got to get these packed and out the door. And then I'm just sorting out a part out that I was given last night for 7 of these Venom sets. This is 76230, so all predominantly black parts in here. And what I'm doing at the moment is I just lay all of the parts out and merge them, because the help that I get that parts of the sets out doesn't, you know, they don't know enough about the parts to sort of merge them if the same part is in bag 2 as they are in bag 1, etc. So what they do is they'll just as they do bag 1 for 7 times, they'll add all of the parts into different cups, and then bag 2, you know, they'll start with a new batch of cups, etc. So I may find when I get the set delivered to me that I've got the same part in 2 or even 3, not very often that happens, but certainly 2 cups. So my first job is I just go through and I consolidate all of the cups together, so that if I do have 2 of the same, I just merge them into the same cup before I put them away. And the reason I do that is it just saves me time down the line. When I go to put them away, I don't want to make 2 trips to the same drawer to put 2 cups away of the same part, if that makes sense. So anyway, gotta get these put away now. Hopefully won't take me too long, and then we'll be probably back to minifigures, or I may even take a trip over to the container. It's Friday the 12th of May, and I'm starting the morning by adding some astromech droids to, or at least droid parts, to the store. I just got a bunch of bodies and heads here. Just sorting them into various colours, etc. and patterns, and then adding them in to Brickstore via the Bricklink, and this is where Bricklink just comes into its own. It's just you know, identifying the parts so quickly and easily. Pretty slow start to the day in terms of orders, just 4 orders on the go at the moment. We've got a cape here from a Dementor from Harry Potter, I think, and some minifig parts and a few other bits and bobs going out here. So I'm gonna keep focusing on adding lots through the minifig parts, and trying to, you know, as I've said all week, really trying to condense some of these tubs. Probably going to work on headgear next as well, and I keep promising I'm going to start the heads, but we'll see how I go with that. Just such a major job. I do also have quite a large bag of 1x bricks somewhere buried in here that I might also dig out and try and sort those and add those quickly as well. But I'm probably asking a bit much, because I've got a paid call this morning with someone. You know, these calls that I'm offering to individuals are working pretty well. I'm getting them fairly regularly, and someone reached out to me and set up an hour's call for today to discuss starting a Bricklink store. So if that's of interest to anyone, you know, do reach out, and we can have a chat about it, and I'll see how I can help you out. So I just got finished on my chat with Lee, who was looking for some guidance and advice through one of the paid calls, and we ended up chatting for a good deal longer, which was good. Always nice to talk to people. And in the meantime, I've had some help sorting all of my 1x bricks into size and colour. So we've got several trays on the go, and there's more to come as well. So we've got 1x2s here, and well, all sorts of sizes and shapes all over the place, to be honest with you. And I've still got 1x1s and 1x3s, etc. being worked on at the moment. So I'm probably going to shift now from doing the minifig parts to get these cleared, because I don't want these sat around over the weekend and getting in my way on Monday. So I'm going to focus on getting this little lot listed and put away. So So I've just uploaded some of today's work, and that was 2,000 parts in 215 lots for about 173 pounds worth. And this was a mix of minifig parts, which is where I started the day, and then I had to break off and deal with some of the one by bricks that we had sorted for me. So there was all kinds of one buys in there, and in fact I haven't quite got them all finished, ready to upload. Now the finishing position for the week then is 705,244, and happily I'm fairly well over the 13,000 at the moment. That's probably the highest I've ever been in terms of lots. Of course, that'll probably drop below the 13,000 over the weekend with the weekend's orders, but that's just the nature of the beast. And we'll continue to work next week, get more uploaded. Hopefully I'll get to the container next week and get some more stuff brought back. I've just wanted to work on the minifigure things this week and get you know, added lots added to the store. So anyway, I hope you all have a great weekend, and we'll catch you on the next one.